So we at the start of yet a very interesting season. It's September, and as youth, First Nation youth, we've seen the struggles that we face in terms of inequality in the workplace, discrimination in terms of employment, but also our local communities. We do not have support from the private sector investing their BEE economic spends for social development within our indigenous communities. And this is the reason why this call out is out here for us as young people, because it's time that we rise up and it's time that we re-look at what our strategy is for what we need to achieve as a First Nation people of Southern Africa. So what does it mean to be First Nation? Being First Nation, first of all, means that we do not allow the classification of colored to be our identity. We are not colored, first of all. We are First Nation people. The word colored was given to us in 1950 when the Population Act came in, when they called black people Kafirs, when they called Indian people coolies, and they called our First Nation people colored, which is not what we are. So we first of all need to come to the awareness as we head into Heritage Day that first of all, we are not colored, that we are First Nation, and that we stand together as one nation. As soon as we can realize that, we are able to move forward. The second thing that I just want to discuss with our youth today is that we need to run and we need to lead. We cannot allow a old system or an old set of leaders that have become self-occupied, or they become prideful in their own nature, and trying to break down what we have started. If we look at our national government structures, we can see our youth, our Minister of Youth is in a pension days, and so is the rest of the government. There's no youth leadership. But we as First Nation citizens, we have the ability to rely on our elders, rely on those that have the knowledge and the wisdom of how to lead our people forward. Because you must remember, the ANC was built by First Nation people. It was us as First Nation people that were the leaders in the ANC. And today we are none and void. Today we are erased from the image, and we are raised from the work that our forefathers have put into building this nation. And now it's time that we take a stand and that we build our Southern African nation as First Nation people. Youth, it is now the time for us to rise up. We have environmental responsibilities that we need to tackle as First Nation people, because we are the custodians of the land. This is the land that we need to look after. It's our river systems, our natural systems, and our oceans is of key importance right now. Then we need to look at our agricultural systems. How are we ensuring food solidarity amongst ourselves, and what food systems are we going to have in place to ensure that when chaos comes, like it did in 2020, that this time around that we are better prepared. So this is a call out. The reason we are establishing our networks and our platforms is that we can actually find our voice and find our purpose as young people, because for too long we've been pushed aside, we've been pushed to the back. But the time has come for us to rise up and to mobilize. So this call out is to mobilize. Let's build our First Nation indigenous WhatsApp group that I've shared with everybody. Let's engage on our Discord platforms, which is where we will more go into deeper strategy. Let's get onto email and let's find out what each community's needs are, and let us see how we can do it as a collective. One voice, one people, one movement. This is what we are about, and this is the way we are going to achieve the victory that we need to do as First people. Amase First Nation, Amase.